Tell me when to go, baby.
The Alley Podcast. We're just gonna start wrestling.
We should have started it like that, like this. Guys, welcome to Fake Deep.
Special ass finishing move.
Hey, I didn't like the special move. I think it was stupid.
Well, it's a real move. You can't.
I know, that's why I didn't like that. I didn't like that signature. Give me a 619. Give me a.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. It's like, and then they have to like just
What's Undertaker's?
the tombstone.
The tombstone.
Sorry, Dan,
You're good.
Was Randy Orton's?
Oh, the RKO. Fuck! I
RKO.
just turned on my mic. Ah, man, nobody was gonna catch what I said. Whatever.
Yeah, guys, welcome to Fake
The
Deep.
stunner.
Welcome to the
stunner
alley.
was low key the goated one. Stone Cold. That's the one.
That was a good.
What does he do?
Fire.
Was it like
The
a flip?
stunner.
No, I know, but it's like a flip.
Nah, it's like the RKO, but like
Oh.
different.
Oh,
He
okay.
kicks him in the balls.
Really?
Nah, and the best part was The Rock made it the best because a finisher is only good if like whoever's taking it like exaggerates it.
Oh,
So
you seen The Rock
so
sold
The,
it?
So The Rock would just fucking like flip around. Like there's like a compilation video of it because that motherfucker would act his ass off for that shit.
Dude, when Stone Cold would just slam beers in the fucking.
That shit was
in the wrestling,
crazy.
Sick.
That shit was crazy.
So
let's
cool.
let's get into it. We're doing Fake Deep. Iron Claw. Danny's here to join us. All three of us.
It's like the first fake deep in like
fucking
7 months.
years.
Jesus Christ.
What do you guys want to attack first? Like the technicalities of it.
The
We
dead
always
siblings.
don't we always start with that?
I don't know. It's my first. one.
Acting, cinematography, directing.
Just what you thought
Your-
about the
your
movie.
thoughts.
Whatever you thought about the movie, Danny. What do you think? What'd you start?
I think it just hit close to home. Not that my brothers are dead, but I have brothers.
Oh, dude, I thought you were about to tell
sorry,
us your brothers-
spoilers.
I thought you were gonna say
fuck, my
no,
bad.
no.
we
always
spoil, yeah,
spoilers.
yeah,
yeah.
always spoilers with these. I thought you were about to tell me that you had siblings. I'm like, why did I never know
I
this?
have
What
two
the?
older brothers, but
You went with him, no?
I
With
went
one of
with
them.
my middle brother, and towards the end, I was like fucking getting just caught up, and I was like,
God,
nah, you
man.
can't do it.
Yeah.
You better not cry. in
How
front
was
of
he doing? Did you ever like look
I
at
didn't
him
look
to see his reaction?
because I was like, nah, bro. But it was shot really nice. The colors were dope. Zach killed it. They all
Bro.
killed it. Zach was great. I honestly thought Zach was gonna be like the bad dude in it
Really?
for some reason, but yeah, he ended up being like super, like polite and gentle and like nice, even though he's a fucking giant.
They did a good job with the setting.
That
Hey, and
too.
then was I tripping or did it look, which made it like feel like it was in the time that it was set in? It looked grainy. What does that mean?
It was just shot on film.
Mhm.
It was shot on film, on proper, not digital, and it was shot in Louisiana, Baton Rouge, I think.
Oh, really? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
I shot in
So
Baton
it was set
Rouge.
in Texas. The actual setting was Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was shot out in Baton Rouge, because I want to say they're from northern Texas. I don't know where, but supposedly the guy, from
The Von Erich family?
yeah, like the real people, like the dad was a fucking asshole to his
Right.
kids. Like really,
Yeah, he
bad.
was. He
Like
was.
really bad.
I want to give props to that actor. What's his fucking name? Holt McCanny?
I don't know. Holt.
Anyways, he
He
did
seems
he
familiar.
did an amazing job portraying the dad
great-
because
he was a great-
everyone felt the same way. That was always a big thing that I read in reviews that everyone hated the fucking dad, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
of his whole like machismo and the way he treated his kids.
I watched the Vice, like the actual full documentary
about them?
about the Von Erichs. And obviously one big thing they left out the fucking sixth brother, which was insane.
Yeah.
But what's it called? Yeah, and like the first comments, like on the comments were like, oh yeah, they like even though they depicted him as an asshole, they still didn't do it justice because he was a real piece of shit.
Even
Yeah.
worse?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy though? Because his actual wrestling persona, he was a Nazi.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Fucking-
yeah.
No, he was
when
straight
he
up
was
Nazi.
wrestling?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he went by Von Erich. He's like, what's the F word? Like
Or
Fright?
Froyland
No,
or
I
something
don't
like
know.
that.
Anyways, but he was like, his character was a Nazi.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One thing I want to bring up because I feel like you knew a little bit about it going in, like about the story, pues going into it or no? Because
no.
I didn't know shit about anything.
That shit, because I did like wrestling a lot at one point, but that was like 70s.
That was
dude.
too-
Like,
yeah, that was
that was
before
way
your time?
before my time.
Yeah.
That was even before Hulk Hogan.
Dude, that was way before
No, it
like
wasn't Hulk
anybody's
Hogan. It
time.
wasn't before
like
Hulk
nobody knew this unless you're like a crazy wrestling fan.
Well,
Yeah.
towards the end, I like that you, because you know more about wrestling in general. But Hyder mentioned that because we get introduced to Stone Cold Austin.
No, it was Ric Flair.
It was Ric Flair.
Fucking Ric Flair. Hyder mentioned that. Well, he said that they didn't portray him correctly for some reason.
I don't know. All I know is he goes woo.
Yeah, he
Oh,
does go
that's it.
woo. No,
Why'd you say that, Hyder?
No, I was just saying that people online were bitching about the portrayal of Ric Flair.
Oh, okay.
That it didn't look like him or whatever.
Just like a douchebag?
Well, here's the thing. It's not that it didn't look like him. It was him when he was young. Keep in mind, Ric Flair still wrestled into the 2000s.
Yeah, he did.
So that fool was old.
Yeah.
Like, that fool was old, gray hair, like, wrinkly.
Yeah, so maybe that makes sense.
Well,
When he
you
was like a
can't-
youngster.
Yeah, you can't portray Ric Flair in, like, in clear skin back then.
For sure.
Because he's not, you know. He's
Right.
Well,
what he
then,
is
too,
now.
Because he was barely starting up,
Yeah.
right? Coming up.
Yeah.
And then too, I kind of get it too. Like, you also don't want to go all in with the Ric Flair shit because this movie's not about Ric Flair.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't want to overshadow the other shit just to. And honestly, that was a very inconsequential part of the movie. That was just like a good, what, like 10-minute chunk. Where
Yeah,
he
but
was-
that was the after that fight was when he realized that he just wanted to be done, right? Wrestling. The main Zac Efron.
No. So after the Rick, oh wait, because he
Remember he stopped
No.
after that, right?
No, so he didn't stop. I think
Kevin.
He wanted to keep fighting, but they gave his brother the chance to fight Ric Flair in Japan, and that's when they're like, and that's when his brother was having complications. Like he threw up in the toilet.
That's David.
And his brother was
David.
like, no, don't go. Like
Right.
something's wrong. He's like, no, I'm gonna go.
yes. Sorry,
In,
continue.
in real life, they did. I researched too. Ric Flair did an interview with some podcast dude.
Talking shit.
No, not talking shit.
Oh.
He was also because he was in Japan with
Right.
him, and he was like, yeah, like we were supposed to fight, and like I like talked to him a couple of times. He seemed like a cool kid. Like he was always nice, and he ended up dying. So
Yeah.
like the depiction of him dying in Japan was like correct
Oh, okay.
through like that actual story.
Yeah, so Zac Efron didn't fight Ric Flair, or sorry,
Kevin.
Kevin Von Erich. It was the one Jeremy Allen White played.
Carrie.
Carrie, there you go.
Yeah,
So
Carrie.
Carrie stepped up to fight Ric Flair, wins the title off of Ric Flair, and then after that's when he lost his leg because he was drinking and driving.
Okay. Yes to everything, but I'm saying at the end, Kevin's last fight, Zac Efron's character.
I don't think it was Ric Flair, was
it
it?
was Ric Flair.
Are you sure?
I think it was.
Yeah, because
Oh.
then, the only reason I'm bringing that up because I feel like that was a big turning point for Kevin in his story and finally realizing that he was just done with all this bullshit and all the sacrifice
Yeah,
and everything.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that was it. Like he wanted after that, he wanted to focus on his family, and his kids, which I thought was great. So I don't even know why we're talking about Ric Flair so much. There was so much to the movie.
The whole thing with family was like so beautiful because
Yeah.
and sad because it started off honestly it was a really heartwarming at the beginning. It's
Right.
like, oh fuck, like all these brothers,
Brotherly love.
they love each other, like they get along and all that shit. They support the fuck out of each other. And then honestly, it seemed pretty accurate because when I was watching some of that documentary, like it seemed pretty legit. It didn't seem like there was any like beef between them or whatever that
Yeah.
didn't get portrayed. But then just to see it, and honestly, more than anything, they did a good job at like making it shocking.
Yeah,
like,
so devastating.
like
huh?
for us, we didn't know the story, but I'm sure even people that already knew the story, they built it up so well where it's like, it was just so casual. The transition from homie driving the motorcycle drunk to him just waking up. You get the fridge, and then there's a shot of his fucking
that
limb,
slow panning
his
shot.
little limb showing and shit. And you're just like, holy fuck.
When you were watching that, like when he was on his bike, did you see something in like his eyes, or am I crazy? Or did you see a light coming, or not, or just cut?
I saw a light coming.
I don't think I saw anything. But my brother was saying
he hit a
saw
truck
something.
or
It
something.
was a
no?
semi. It was like a truck. Like
No, I know,
like
but
a
you
semi-
don't see it. Like you don't really see it
No,
in
no,
the
no,
actual
no.
thing. But I didn't know. My brother's like, "Did you see the light in his eyes?" I was like, "What?"
That's
Yeah,
insane.
I saw the light.
I couldn't see it because the only thing you would see is the headlight of the bike.
We straight up thought he was gonna die.
I thought he was gonna die.
I thought he
Yeah.
was gonna die too.
Like, yeah, he was just getting, yeah. How about the first brother's death was devastating too because it was just so shocking. You didn't expect him to just get the call, or no, I'm sorry, the dad got the call, right? And then he told him when he got home. That was crazy too. Then the leg thing, and then the younger brother to me was the most fucking sad of them all.
With the toxic shock.
The one that killed himself because he knew that he couldn't do the shit that he loved anymore, And all comes down to his fucking dad forcing him to fucking wrestle, which is insane.
Well, that goes back to the other brother too. He can't wrestle because his leg is
Oh,
gone.
Carrie, yeah.
He was like, "What the fuck am I gonna do?"
How come Kevin never fought first? How come the dad chose?
Because he was the oldest. His dad was
he
like,
was too old.
his dad was like, "Your younger brothers are doing better. Like, I get it, you're the oldest, but they're like doing better.
Well,
than
it's because so I guess the way when I was like really looking stuff up, Kevin was like well rounded, but Carrie I think had more. He was more. I guess he was.
Are you talking about
charismatic.
David?
He was more charismatic.
He could like sell
David,
shit.
that was David.
No, yeah. Sorry, David was better at speaking on the mic. Like,
Yeah.
And honestly, in wrestling, especially like in American wrestling, speaking is really what you're like getting paid for. Like, if you're a dope wrestler, that's like secondary, or if you're a dope character. But if like
Selling the show.
selling the show, Carrie was like charismatic and he was good in the ring, so a bit of both. Kevin just he was like in the middle. He was just in the middle. He wasn't bad. He was good. Obviously, he was good, but
The younger brothers one really got to me. And then, how about when Carrie's suicide? What'd you guys think about that? I feel like that one hit home. That one hit hard, bro.
yeah, because he knew.
And the fact that Kevin pulled up on him like right before,
Dude, as soon as I saw the door open in the car,
you knew
I
it was
like,
raps.
I already knew like it was gonna be with the
dad's gun.
Yeah, I knew it. I was like, that's it.
So one thing I learned, I probably clearly didn't remember it that well because there's like a term for it in movies, but like when they show a gun, it's gonna come out again later.
Foreshadowing?
It's a specific term. Like it's that's not red herring. I don't know, but basically like when they introduced the gun,
When he brought it
I
to,
knew that it was gonna be utilized for something again at some point.
Yeah, because I remember him introducing it, and then
he's like, shoot it now.
Yeah,
Remember?
he's being all. I think because he was like, my speculation. Because
Roid
he was on,
rage.
yeah, he's on
Roid
steroids.
rage, yeah.
He's like, come on, shoot it. And then his dad was like, no, like I'm not trying to shoot it right now. Like chill out. And then
Carrie was already going downhill after that too.
Carrie's story to me was not the saddest, but something that I kind of understood the most, just because he had the most classic like wrestling story that you kind of see with a lot of wrestlers, because he was probably doing roids, one obviously to get jacked, but he was probably also doing drugs for the pain, because obviously he was wrestling on a limb. He didn't have an actual
Oh,
I
yeah.
think
he didn't have a foot. And that's how a lot of these wrestlers, like from 2000 to 2010, that's how a lot of them develop like drug and alcohol addictions, because they would wrestle every fucking night and they're in pain, so they have to take painkillers and God knows what to numb the pain.
I think Zach's
Kevin?
character was like there was a part where Carrie it showed him like doing like lines and like
Oh yeah,
painkillers
and
and shit.
doesn't he say like, oh, he could down him at one point? Remember when they sneak out
Yeah,
and they go to
he
the
was a party boy. He went to college.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
told me he's like he could down him. He's like that. He was the heaviest drinker out of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just prone. All that was great foreshadowing, huh? Throughout the whole story, everything.
Yeah. If there was one brother I didn't have a doubt that was their story was gonna end tragic, was Carrie's. Everybody else, I was completely shocked. I was
Right.
like, no way. That's why I think I couldn't cry during the movie. I think I was just shocked. And if anything, I was just like, damn. Like,
Dude,
Technicality standpoint, obviously all three of them, Zach, Jeremy Allen White, and I think his name's David
what was
Dickinson or something.
the girl's name too? Lily
Harris Dickinson.
Lily Glad.
Oh, Lily James.
Lily James. She was good too. She did good in her role.
Zach
Zach was crazy though,
Zach killed her, man.
bro. And then they looked fucking great.
How about all
They
the
got jacked.
all the prep for the movie, right? As actors,
They were
going
training.
into
They
training.
were training. He came out in the movie. Eddie Guerrero's nephew, Chavo Guerrero.
Uh-huh.
He was in the movie. He trained them. He trained Zach for
It's
sure.
fucking sick, man.
Yeah, like he trained him to do moves and
The
like,
fact that they
wrestle.
were doing the moves themselves, bro. Some of those moves were crazy. That was the best part. I think I wanted to bring that up. The cinematography of when they
with
were
the wrestling. Yeah, that
'cause
was
it wasn't
great.
no traditional like how we see WWE now, where it's just like one wide shot. You know, maybe they have 4 cameras and they're doing wide shots, but it was like we're inside the fucking
It was
the
like
ring.
Creed. It reminded me of Creed.
That shit
The
was
last
sick.
Creed movie.
Especially when they were doing the what's it called when they do like 2v2s.
Tag team.
Yeah, when they were doing tag team, the way they would transition from like one brother to the next. When they were doing that showboating and when they're on the mics too talking.
They had the cool angles where like they'd shoot through the ropes.
Yes,
like
dude.
this.
It's so cool.
And you could see like them like running back and forth, and I think there was a shot where it was like shooting up and they're running back and forth when Zac Efron's character didn't have his brothers, and this fool was like tag me in, and it was a new guy.
Oh, they
just
didn't,
towards
didn't
the
tag
end,
him in.
And
Yeah.
they tag him in, and then they just kept like zooming in slowly into him, and he was like clapped.
He was already giving up,
Yeah,
bro.
he was like, "Fuck this! Like I'm over this shit."
That shit's crazy, man.
I like that. That was dope.
Okay, obviously the most talked about scene and the most devastating, the saddest one, the tearjerker
Oh.
itself, when Carrie kills himself, and Kevin brings him into the dinner table, and he lays him on the table, and then we kind of transition. It's like a slow, like it blacks, and then we go into the like that dream state kind of, and it's Carrie. I'm assuming it's their portrayal of heaven when Carrie joins his brothers.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's when I remember specifically hearing people cry, like inside the theater.
I
like,
literally heard
sobbing,
somebody
bro.
go, "This is so sad."
Yeah, this is so sad. Girls were crying, dude. That shit was intense. Did you cry? No, you didn't.
No,
I got teary eyed. I got teary eyed.
I don't know. I just didn't, but I could have.
I think we were tired too. It was a late showing. We're not a later showing.
No, mine was at like 5 p.m.
Yeah,
I was
like
ready.
crying at 5 p.m.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. You guys have any thoughts
that
on that
dream
scene?
sequence was fucking beautiful
When
and
he
sad,
hugs them all, and
sad
then the youngest
as a
brother, right?
mother.
Remember?
And
The oldest brother.
No, then when the little one, the oldest,
oldest.
but the little boy, damn, that's crazy, bro. Imagine that's such a sad story. I can't believe it's real. That this family was literally cursed.
No, the at the very end,
Mm-hmm.
that line he says, when like with the
with his
kids.
sons,
The
with his
brothers,
kids.
the brothers line.
Yeah, bro,
That's
fuck
insane.
that.
Good script.
We'll
Good,
be the
very
brothers.
nice script. Very good screenplay. They all did a phenomenal job. Too bad that they weren't able to get into the Oscars or into any of the awards at that. I think it was just too late.
I wish I didn't remember that, because I remember when they were doing promo for this shit. Kevin Von Erich took a pic with Zac Efron.
Fresh.
That's the only reason I kind of, at one point during the movie, I was like, oh yeah, he has to survive because he's alive now.
Right.
But
Oh, so you kind of knew, like you
that
suspected.
he wasn't gonna die, yeah, because I'm like, he's alive now. And they've been hitting him up for movie promo, so clearly he wasn't a bad guy. Fucking Zac Efron smoked it though, for real. That was like his best showing.
Best role yet, or what?
Yeah. Yes.
Are we gonna see more of Zac Efron? You think, and more like dramatic
After that,
roles?
yeah, for sure.
We're gonna see more wrestling biopics. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, I had talked about that last episode.
They're definitely doing more wrestling biopics.
Think so?
Yeah,
dude,
yeah,
that-
bro. There's good stories out there. There's fucking
I did not see that coming.
Benoit and Eddie Guerrero are great stories.
What about Rey
The
Mysterio?
Hearts.
Rey Mysterio would be fucking.
Eh.
Fresh.
Hey, that fool's fighting like next week here in Spring Valley.
Really? He's about
Rey
to be
Mysterio.
popping.
Yeah,
What?
I saw a flyer.
Hey, his son's.
I
full-blown-
thought his knee blew out.
I swear I saw a flyer in Barrio.
Maybe it's
No
his son.
way.
Isn't his son a full blown into the
He's in
WWE now?
Yeah, I think he had a championship.
No way already.
I mean it's scripted, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's kind of nuts. I didn't know Rey Mysterio was fighting.
I saw the
I
flyer.
don't think he'd be a dope biopic though, because like he doesn't really have. He's just nice. He's a nice guy. He doesn't have any scandals and shit.
Well, didn't he go to Mexico?
You need some
and stuff?
dramas to spice it up.
Didn't he kill someone
No, not Ray, bro.
in Mexico?
Nah, you're tripping.
This fool lives right here.
Oh,
wrestling.
No, he hurt somebody. It wasn't on purpose.
And they went into
though.
like a coma or some shit.
yeah. He hurt somebody, but it was an accident. It was like it happens.
I know, but that could be dramatic.
All right,
Nah,
back.
bro. Fucking Bret Hart's brother Owen Hart fucking dying during a pay per view, falling off the rafters.
That's real.
That's a fucking story. Yeah, it's real.
Well, what happened to him?
They had him doing like a zip line to get into the ring, and he just fell.
That's insane.
That's-
Dead.
Hit
in
his
the
head.
Hit his head, boy. It was like a fucking 100+ feet drop. I'm
Oh, la
sure.
verga.
Bro, he's literally on the ceiling.
That's
fell
insane.
off the ceiling, lands in there. They continued to show there was blood in the ring.
When was that?
This was like
Early
shit.
2000s.
No, 90s, bro. Let me see.
Oh, 90s.
Yeah, Bret Hart's brother, bro. That shit's fucked. When
Anyways,
did
phenomenal
Owen
movie.
Hart
Shout out
die?
the director too. Great directing, bro.
I used to be
He
a
died
brother.
in 1999, May 23rd.
I used to be a brother. Cried.
We are your brothers.
Cried.
That shit
As
was
soon as
sad.
you said that.
That was the one that was gonna break me, but it just I don't know. I just couldn't cry that day.
No, that shit broke me, bro.
Great movie though.
Because I'm the youngest. And that just got me thinking. I was like, damn,
Damn,
bro.
my older brothers like that.
Huh?
Like, damn, my older brothers love me like that.
Kinda, but like, fuck. Like, I'm just the youngest.
Imagine being in that situation, Eddie. Okay, another amazing scene before we close it out. After everyone's dead, there's a shot of the father coming back into the house. I think he was working outside, whatever, on their farm or whatever. And he comes in and he's like calling for his wife's name. And then he finds her. I think she's like in the living room or whatever, dining room. And she's like painting. And she's just looking outside the window painting. And it's very silent. There's no soundtrack or music playing in the back. And he's just like, he asked her about dinner, I think. He's like, oh, like, what are we having for dinner? Or
She's
whatever.
like, I'm not hungry.
Doesn't respond at all. And then he asks her like 3 more times, same line. He says the same line. And the camera pans towards her in her face. blank stare, and she's just, you could tell she was just, out of it. And I'm assuming after that point of her last son dying, she was just completely lost after that.
Well,
Who knows how that poor lady, did the rest of her life.
She divorced him.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
See?
Well, she said like, I'm not hungry or something.
Yeah. She's like, oh, make yourself something or something like that.
Something like that.
And that's when the dad, I think it kind of hit the dad too.
Isn't that where they laid him on that
The son?
table?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually, I didn't even think of that. That's fucking sad, bro. I can't imagine. The mom,
The mother.
dad
yeah.
obviously didn't give a fuck that much. After Kevin, David.
David, yeah.
After David died, he was still pushing, bro.
He just wanted his titles.
You know what's? I just thought about this now that I look back on it. Remember when the youngest brother was like all fucked up from the toxic
when he
shock
was in a
syndrome?
coma, yeah.
And he was sitting and just like waiting for his mom to give him food, and he was just staring like at the wall, and he was like, "What are you staring at?"
Well, the picture,
the painting she did, she was like, "Oh, I did that a while ago. Like I've never really talked about it."
yeah,
I wonder if she's had like tragedies before and like she paints like after.
right.
Like I thought about
Yeah,
that
because
now.
I think they mentioned something about her going through it, her family,
Yeah.
or she would talked about it herself.
I just thought about it right now because she started painting again when like all her kids died.
Oh, another sad scene. I think it was after that scene, when he goes into his room and he tries to play the guitar, and he literally physically can't. And I think that's when it settled into him that he was gonna, kill himself too. Which is fucking. Oh, that scene too, when they're looking for him out in the field. They went outside, and they find him, bro. Imagine the mom. I can't. That shit's insane to me, bro. I don't know how they did it. The grief,
What a great sad story.
Yeah, it's insane, bro.
Hey, one of you let me hop off Miguel's fridge and just like body splash you guys. Or
Sure.
whatever the fuck these ones are doing.
I'm about to just jump.
Who's
in.
your favorite wrestler of all time to close it out?
Oh,
That's crazy.
that's crazy.
I don't
I'd
know.
probably have to pick Jeff Hardy, bro. Jeff Hardy was a bad motherfucker.
What was his brother's name?
Matt Hardy.
Oh, the Hardy brothers.
Yeah, but I like Jeff. They were Matt.
Jeff
That'd be a
had
cool-
long hair.
That'd be a cool biopic.
Jeff Hardy specifically because that motherfucker's alcohol and drug problems are insane.
They had a
Oh,
big.
that was
They
one with long hair, right?
Yeah, with the
that,
colored
they
hair.
had a big
Yeah,
effect
that was sick.
on kids. I remember just culture
Jeff
as
did
general.
for sure.
Yeah.
Jeff hella did, bro. 2008, 2010, he was like it straight up. Yeah, he was dope. John Cena's probably my second.
I want to
Oh, John
say
Cena.
for me it was Kane.
Kane, that motherfucker scared me,
That
bro. I was
is
at. He actually
insane.
scared me because I was a little bitch.
What's
Well,
the other
'cause-
big one? Bald.
Oh,
White.
Big Show.
Big Show.
Big Show. Not Kane, because that fool for the longest time didn't have a mask, and then Undertaker unmasked him at
Fresh.
some point because they were brothers.
Yeah.
Are
That
they
was-
brothers for real? in real
No,
life?
it was that was like the
Part of the
bit
show.
though.
They were like they're brothers because they'd fight together. I'd be like, "Fuck yeah, these fools can't lose." Like, no way these fools can lose.
Yeah, they were badasses.
Damn.
I wish I was around for Stone Cold though, like at its
Yeah.
peak. Like that shit. I heard that shit was crazy.
How about Randy Orton? He had a big effect. I feel
Randy
like I
Orton
would
was
see a
dope,
lot
too.
of him.
Randy Orton
That's
was
another
huge.
motherfucker. who had-
Bautista? No, not really.
Kinda. I think Randy Orton was bigger because that fool was the evil.
He was
dude.
another motherfucker that had hella issues.
Rey
Though.
Mysterio was crazy with it, there, right? Because he was like Mexican, right? And
He
he,
was
would,
a-
he would fight Mexican
And
style.
he was
though?
short. And he was
Yeah.
short, bro.
He is short.
Yeah. Sorry, I know. It made it sound like he died or something.
Damn. Yeah.
Who was yours?
I didn't watch wrestling at all.
For real?
Yeah.
That shit was sick, bro.
Yeah, that shit was. But back then, peak straight up. We'd be like wrestling and shit with my cousins.
I
Who's,
think I
who's
stopped-
like big time right now? 3 names.
I have no idea.
Oh, The Rock's fucking
Cousin or whatever?
cousin, Roman Reigns.
That's his cousin?
Yeah.
Like his real cousin?
I mean, Samoans. They're like, there's blood relation there
Oh, okay.
somewhere.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've heard of that name, Roman Reigns, but I don't have no idea.
I mean, John Cena's still wrestling.
A lot of.
Oh,
is
Logan Paul's fucking wrestling.
he? No way.
Is he?
bro. That's
He's-
what we came
He has
to.
a belt, dog.
went from the Von
Hey,
Erich
he's
brothers?
kind of nice with it too. Actually,
Really?
For real?
he's athletic. They're athletic.
Yeah, they are.
They're actually like athletic.
I think his brother got his ass beat last fight he did, actually.
Jake?
Yeah, I think he lost. Finally.
Okay, we started talking about the Paul brothers. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
We're done.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Fake Deep.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll see more. We're gonna watch all these Oscar-nominated movies so we could talk about them.
We're going to watch Saltburn again.
Oh, we should have done Saltburn.
I-
That-